The tree that was stolen from was actually covered with pentagrams and other demonic symbols, and it was sponsored by a Bay Area satanic group. Now, some might question why a satanic group would have a Christmas tree at a celebration like this,
but not the organizers of this event
or the people who set up the tree. Bay Area Satanists Simone and Tabitha spent the afternoon sprucing up their tree that was recently robbed.
These weren't, like, cheap.
This is what it looked like on Black Friday when Satanists decorated the tree with an elaborate goat head as the tree topper.
Satan represents vital existence instead of spiritual pipe dreams. I think that does need some explanation. What do you mean?
I really don't see how it does need explanation.
What is vital existence?
You don't know what vital existence is?
I'm asking you.
Our life here and now, living for, as I've said, all of the earthly and carnal pleasures. What is a spiritual pipe dream? Looking to some external deity or source for your answers. If something horrible happens to you, you just pass it off and say it's God's will. I'd call that a spiritual pipe dream.
Man, I want to thank my mama. I gotta thank God first. Gotta thank God first, but I want to thank my mama. That nigga she had a baby with to create me. I want to thank the whole GBE for holding me down this whole season with that good music. Free she keep. I don't even know if you home yet, but friend, thank you. I gotta thank God first. I gotta thank God first. I gotta thank God first.
Do not speak his name.
Is that everybody that signs a contract on Star Wars is an initiated witch.
You know, I have problems with religious people. I don't have a problem with the devil, really. I don't. Honestly, I don't walk around talking the devil did this and the devil did that and the devil. I mean, more people talk about the devil than they do about God. I never talk about, even in my messages, I only talk about Satan and all that. I mean, he's been defeated.
Your parents were quite strict. They were Christian ministers.
They still are, yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Testimony, I mean, I was searching for love. I was in the 60s. I was a yippie. That's why I dress the way I do, because I still got a little LSD left in me. And it comes out when I dress, you know what I mean? I mean, it just does. I don't know. You know, bam, wham. I said, wow, man. I remember that trip. Woo, yeah. And listen, life is too short to be depressed and sad all the time. And I'm always going to pray for me. Shut up. Pray for yourself. Come on. I mean, I do. I mean, people know when you pray for me. No, I ain't praying for you. Look at you. I mean, my God, you've been asking people to pray for you half of your life. Do some of your own praying. Shut up. Pray for yourself. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, I released a gospel record when I was 15 because I grew up in, a household where all I ever did was listen to gospel music, and my parents are both traveling ministers, and so I kind of sang about, what was going on in my life at 15, and that's how I got introduced to the music industry. Because I swear I wanted to be like the Amy Grant of music, yeah. But it didn't work out, and so I sold my soul to the devil.
And if we're going to say, and we're going to change this generation, we've got to get to those that are singing and speaking into this generation, and you got to pray for them. Shut up. Pray for yourself. Come on.
Mary, this is spiritual warfare at its best.
Exactly.
I mean, is that what you're describing?
Totally.
We are at in a battlefield, right?
We're the army of God.
We are, and we're at war.
I don't have a problem with the devil, really. I don't. Honestly, I don't walk around talking the devil did this and the devil did that I mean, more people talk about the devil than they do about God. I never talk about, even in my messages, I don't talk about Satan and all that. I mean, he's been defeated. Shut up. Pray for yourself.
Do not speak his name.
Look, if you don't know these two people, if I may go there, they are the parents of one of the most amazing musical talents in the world today, Katy Perry. Can I go there?
It's okay.
Sure.
We're the parents.
I mean, did you know she was going to be this amazing voice? When she was growing up and she was little, when she was coming along, did you know that she would be doing what she's doing today?
We always had prophetic indications, and I believe that God tries to show you things are to come. And I was pregnant with her. I was at a conference in Washington, D.C., and the grandson, or the son-in-law, I should say, of John G. Lake prayed over me and said, this baby will do something great for God.
Wow.
She will sing before kings and presidents, and her voice will break the spirit of witchcraft.
The legal battle over the sale of a Los Angeles convent is heading to court. One issue pits the Order of Elderly Nuns against the Catholic Archbishop of Los Angeles, who want to sell the property to pop singer Katy Perry. The property sits in one of the most sought-after parts of the LA area. The convent is 60,000 square feet and has over 50 bedrooms. The Sisters of the Most Holy and Immaculate Heart of the Blessed Virgin Mary oppose the sale to the pop star. The nuns say they already made a deal with a local entrepreneur, Dana Hollister, who plans to turn it into a boutique hotel and restaurant. While the nuns might not be fans of Perry's music, they don't have any hard feelings against her.
We knew that it was our property because we had purchased it, and we were a pontifical order. So when it came down to meetings, when he knew that we were fighting him, and then to get to a point where the Archbishop himself said, well, what do you want? What do you want me to do? Who do you want to take over? Just tell me. Just tell me what you want. And then he goes, do what you want. So we immediately set in motion to sell the property to Dana Hollister. And this is what I do not understand, how Dana Hollister can possibly be punished and things stolen from her, her land, her property, money. How can they steal her things? How can they steal our things?
She's a very nice person. She's lovely. I've never heard of her until this happened. But after she talked at we had a meeting with her, her lifestyle and her philosophy is not goes along with what we teach.
This is Sister Catherine Rose. Do you think we could get in?
No, I'm sorry, sister. I can't open the gate.
At 87, Sister Catherine Rose finds herself locked out of her old home and fighting the church she spent a lifetime serving.
The important thing about it is that, and it came from Rome, is that our sisters would be taken care of down to the very last sister at Donahue Manor.
I saw the drill in Monsignor's hand, and then he had gone to the office and drilled one of the filing cabinets open and took all our files, all our financial records, took 8 boxes of things from our files. So I said, what's going on? Why aren't you calling the police? And she said, I don't know. I didn't know what to do. So I said, they're stealing our property. What they were looking for was the deed of the house. And it was not in the office. The Archbishop has locked us out of the property, changed all the locks on the doors, changed the gate locks, put in a lot of iron gates and changed their locks. And we couldn't even get into the building if we wanted to. A lot of things were stopped by the Archdiocese so that we cannot touch anything. We have 3 bank accounts with money in it and we can't touch it.
The Archbishop needs to give us back our money. He has stolen our money.
It's very stressful. All of this is very stressful because it's not necessary. It's not necessary. Like I started to say, we have money in 3 banks and cannot touch it. But if they want, they can.
I think that he just simply wants the money from the villa, which is his desire to sell to Katy Perry.
How can they use that money and look at it and say, I got it by lying? And I took it from the sisters who wanted it for the poor, the Pope, trafficking, help people on the street, and doing it because it's the right thing to do. They can't go do this to somebody else because though somebody else doesn't have the money like we got it, earned it, and built it up. And Sister Eileen built it up with brokers. I got involved in some of that in Glendale, and he stocks and bonds and built it all up to where we were. She was marvelous at building up money.
Now to a tragic turn on the oncoming feud between pop star Katy Perry and a group of nuns trying to stop the singer from moving into their former convent.
One of the sisters suddenly collapsed and died during a court hearing today.
Katy Perry said she was going to close it. It was going to be her home.
That's Sister Catherine Rose explaining why she wanted to block the sale of her former convent to pop star Katy Perry. Rose collapsed and died in court today during a hearing involving the ongoing battle to prevent Perry from taking over the property. Late this evening, Archbishop Jose Gomez released a statement that reads in part, Sister Catherine Rose Holtzman, IHM, Immaculate Heart of Mary, passed away suddenly at the age of 89. Sister Catherine Rose served the church with dedication and love for many years, and today we remember her life with gratitude.
The government of the United States essentially sold its soul to the to Satan in exchange for technology. The same way
it's
that
6 degrees of Charles Manson is what I always called it. When we used to interview Peter on our program, our podcast, PID Radio, I used to say, all of these things connect to Charles Manson. You have somehow taken every one of these government entities, these serial killers, all of this, they all go back to Charles Manson.
Yeah, it seems that way.
Satan to me would be God.